Hello, welcome to RC Bashers 100, and today I'm going to be showing you how to tune the suspension on your Traxxas RC vehicle. To get started, let me explain how Traxxas shock tuning works. Most shocks are tuned with these little preload clips that clip on to the body of the shock right here. But if you have GTR shocks, you will have a little preload collar that will twist like this. These are not GTR shocks, but this is just a demonstration of that's how you tune GTR shock. I will be making a separate video on how to tune GTR shocks because it's a completely different process. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is sort your spacers. Your vehicle will come with lots of spacers that will come in your package, but you will want to sort them to create different sizes and different piles. These are small spacers that are half the size of these spacers. These are medium spacers, which are half the size of the big spacers, and these big ones are the thing you're going to want to use for making big tuning changes. These are going to be what you're going to want to use for making normal tuning changes, and these are for fine tuning changes, like if you just want a few more millimeters of rise or dip in your suspension. Okay, the first thing we're going to want to do is see how much our suspension returns with no preload clips whatsoever. So if you take a look here, I have a slash 4x4, pretty heavily modified, but it's going to be the same. These are just Traxxas big bore shocks, so they're just an aluminum version of the stock shocks. So when you push this down, you're going to see there's not a lot of rebound. From that much travel, it barely rebounds at all. So we're going to be focused on the back first. So what I'm going to do is take two of these little clips, and then I'm going to pull the shock spring down and snap them into place. I'm going to do one of those on each side. Let's see where that gets us in terms of rebound. So it's better, and we're just going to be tuning it for all around use. We're not going to be having it this high up if you're doing big jumps or this low if you're doing racing. We're looking for just a general ride height. So what I'm going to do is take two more of these spacers, clip them onto the shocks, see where that gets us. Now that I have two spacers on, you can tell it goes pretty much where we want it with just two of those spacers. And you don't want too many spacers in your shocks because it will cause your car to handle poorly because it'll just bounce around all the time. So what we're looking for is a nice steady rebound like this. And I will make another video on shock tuning with oil at some point, but now we're going to be focusing on the front of the vehicle. So again, we're looking for a general ride height about there. And you can see these shocks barely have any rebound. So I'm going to take two big clips, snap them into place, and see where that gets us in terms of rebound. So that gets us almost all the way there, but we're looking for a little more rebound. So I'm going to take two of these medium clips, snap them on, and that's pretty much the perfect ride height that we're looking for right there. And as you can see now, the truck is very balanced, and it's almost a perfect ride height on front and back. So I hope you enjoyed that video on how to tune your suspension with the shock preload collars, and I will be making two more suspension tuning videos, one on shock oil weights, so what shock oil to use, and then another one I will be focusing on mounting points to mount your shocks on, front, top, and bottom. So I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.